Hello guys, DazMode is back with product weekly updates. We have a lot of things to catch up since our last issue, so let's start moving step by step and work it out. We have discussed EK recall in our last issue, so let's put some sort of closure on this. Situation right now is as following. All nickel plated blocks off the shelves, you can't purchase them anymore. If you bought block which is affected within the last 2 years, 24 months, you can exchange it free of charge, all expenses paid. So how it works through DazMode: you bought a block that you want to replace, you send a mail to EK direct, they process your RMA and get your approval, and then they notify us, we send you your shipping label, so you put your block, send it to DazMode, and we dispatch your replacement. If we have stock, we give you what we have in stock. If not, it will come from EK first and then we send it to you. So all expenses paid, which is good part. The bad part, you still need a headache of dismantling your system, put it back, and so on and so forth. Meanwhile, we're stocking up on all copper versions, so we'll continue to offer EK, but not nickel plated. When nickel plating version is back, nobody knows. EK looking into the issue, we'll try to find out what was the reason in the first place and how to make blocks such ways that it's safe for any kind of environment. So that part is closed. So let's move to other more exciting news about water cooling stuff. First of all, I'd like to tell you that we got some additional surprise from Gigabyte, and they sent us some new board. I don't know which one is inside, so that will be a separate issue. And probably the new build is coming along, as long as I will finish my orange build, which is quite a bit overdue, but we'll look at that a little bit later in next issue. So what I'd like to talk to you today is a couple products from DazMode itself and a couple products from Koolance. Let's continue with Koolance. Company keep releasing cool products on the market which nobody else have. One of the products that we got recently in the store is the single bay reservoir. It was made as continuation of success of dual bay reservoirs that lots of people are using. It's a very solid product. Few revisions came out already. As we know, it might be using D5 pumps like this, or it can be DDC. So they decided to make a small version for people who don't have enough space as their computer cases, so you can utilize only or spare only one slot to put your reservoir. So this is how it looks. Absolutely cool. And comparing with dual bay, so you see it's obviously half of the size. As some people pointed on forums now, they can afford having CD-ROM in the systems, which is kind of funny comment. So anyways, I would like to point you guys that this product coming in such small form factors probably have a certain compromises to deal with. One of them, obviously, because it's such a small thingy, the only pumps can be used on this product is DDC. There's no space to put a much bigger D5 pump, so DDC is the only option. Second, because it's such a small device and you need have opportunity to make a different configuration like Koolance offer you. It can be 2 serial pumps or 1 pump or 2 individual loops. On bottom of this device you have those covers that you can tweak your configuration. But because it's such a small, narrow device, the water pass is very tiny. There's a bunch of 90-degree turns, very narrow water pass again, and I think the restrictions level of this device will be not like tremendous big, but they actually definitely will add certain restriction, because there are no smooth turns whatsoever. It's like all goes like this, water goes all sharp turns all the way. And also this very big question, how easy it will be to bleed this device, because it's such a small, and lots of people complain that the bigger version, bigger brother, is impossible to bleed. So how to bleed the small ones, we'll probably find out soon when people start getting those reservoirs more and more. But just looking on the looks itself, I think it's probably one of the coolest products that was released for a while. So it's absolutely nice looking device. Second part about Koolance that I'd like to show you is they come up with a standalone bay device for controlling your pumps. with a box of rosette. And how it looks, it's very simple, plain, single 525 bay device. So on the back you have a power in and power out. Out is a 3-pin and in is a 4-pin Molex. There are no indicator showing what RPM pumps get or what voltage you get through the device. It's all 2 analog knobs. You just turn and I guess you either judge what you get by the noise of the pump, or you have a flow meter and you basically adjust it here, but you look on how much like what the speed of the pump is through different means of checking. But this is definitely demand for this. I was asked a lot of times, is there anything to control pumps in more or less easy way? And I think this is a good option. It's nice looking. If you have a big case, enough space in it to put this controller in the front bay, have an easily accessed way to control your pumps, is really nice. So this is the second thing that I wanted to bring you about Koolance, and we get a few in the store. We'll see how that will fare. And to finish with the products today, I would like to show you more DARKSIDE cables that we keep beefing up our offering. One thing that we got in store, we ordered some high quality Heatshrink. And one of the things that I don't really like about Heatshrink is it's like this 3M, like military grade, really high quality Heatshrink, but you see it's kind of grayish color, and it doesn't really look good on like black sleeving and things like this. So we researched and found this sleeving that is actually as black as we could. And so you can, I don't know if the camera will pick it up, but this is a comparison between two. So 3M is a more or less standard gray color, and this is our DARKSIDE Heatshrink, which is quite black. Also, we decided what the hell, what's the point? Everybody seems offering 2-to-1 Heatshrink ratio. Obviously, it's much less expensive, but I think it's easier to work with Heatshrinks that give you a bit more flexibility in terms of like how much it shrinks. So all Heatshrink we will decide to stock will be 3-to-1. I know people some have even 4-to-1, but I think 3-to-1 is pretty good. So it shrinks to 33% of its original size, and also have some adhesive lining inside, so it's good grip on your cable, so it wouldn't move anywhere. So variety of sizes of those, so this is taken care of. And another thing that we decided to do, first of all, we got some more custom colors in stock. One of them is I call it Predator. It's basically a mix of gray and orange, so it's look kind of brownish in a way, and it looks really nice with copper blocks. So if you have a copper color, this is a really good match. Also it glows orange, pretty cool orange in under UV light, so it's a pretty interesting color. So we'll see how it fares. We ordered a few of those to see if they're any interest, and quite unique color, and we designed it ourselves. Another custom color we got is a blue. Situation with the blue color is that if you want really high glow under UV, you actually need to go with a very dark blue color with a little bit of purplish in it. And if you go with a more bluish color, then it doesn't glow as much. So we decided to mix two, and we get something that look really like a blue color first of all, and second is glows pretty high. So this is another custom color that we did, and it's really look nice under UV light. And the last custom color that we developed is this green. Sometimes green on its own, it feels a little bit like it's way too much. It's like really like right in your eyes. So we decided to blend it a little bit with again with a light gray color. so it doesn't look as greenish. It might have a little bit silver component to this, but when you put it under UV light, it just glows as bright as a normal green cables. And I think it looks pretty nice inside of the case when you have a number of like nickel plates with silver fittings. So this silver component of this cable goes pretty nice with those accents. And the last thing that we decided to do, I don't know if anybody else offering this, so I don't know if I invented it or just repeat somebody else's idea, but I have a lot of requests from people who are saying, oh, can you make this like this specific design for me? I want, you know, this color here and that color there. And we don't really sleeve those cables in house, as you can imagine, but I decided to find the way how to do it as easy as possible for do it yourself and do whatever design you want. So what we did, we ordered a bunch of single sleeved cables, the same length as any of our DARKSIDE cables, 30 centimeters. So if you want to make your own design, so you get standard cable, let's say black, and let's say I want to put like yellow tracer on it. So all you do, get one cable and ATX removal tool, and you replace one cable with an existing design, and you get this yellow tracer going through, or whatever color you want, like gray or even green. It looks good with black as well. So I'm not sure if you can see it well on the camera, but you got the idea. So that should be pretty relatively straightforward. So if you want a certain design, let's say 6-pin, 4 cables red, 2 cables black or something like this, so you get, you know, red cable and 2 spare cables and just replace them. And I hope that will help a lot of people to achieve a really unique design. Water cooling, some people just use it as for utility purposes only. I want just quiet and, you know, or whatever, high performance, I close and forget it. Other people want to look it nice. So for those of you, I think this is a good idea and I definitely will use it myself. Thank you for watching and see you soon.